What's going on YouTube? Chef Williams here. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. If you've been here before, I want to say welcome back. Is the love gone? If you're new to the channel, you might be wondering, is that the love for riding motorcycles? If you've been here before, you might be thinking, is that the love for his Victory Hammer 8-ball? Well, for those who are new, let me assure you, the love for riding motorcycles is not gone. For those who have been around for a while, that question of the love for the Victory Hammer 8-ball, well, that one's a little bit more difficult for me to answer. While I got your attention, why don't you guys give me a hand, hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, and your help is greatly appreciated. Okay, back to this video. Let me tell you a little bit of history here. Until spring of 2021, I only owned one motorcycle. Then enters the Honda CBR 1000 RR, and this is the start of my YouTube channel. The Victory Hammer I named Tupac, and the new CBR 1000 I named Eminem. This is the first time that I've actually owned two motorcycles at the same time. Eminem was my everyday bike that year, and as you can see, got most of the miles. This is the bike that I rode the most, mainly because it helped the most for my YouTube channel. I had a dash cam set up on this, where it had a front viewing camera and a rear viewing camera. Not to mention that I had a camera on my helmet. But it wasn't only about cameras, it was about destinations. So we decided we're going to do a Mayercade in Sturgis this year. That's when my sport cruiser started to transform into a sports bagger. And honestly, I think this is when the relationship changed.
Is it?
Tragedy, the bolt broke. This is the second time, same bolt, same position, has just snapped. So now my bag is just holding on by one bolt, which is giving it a lot of stress. We stopped by this place and I'm going oh, that's actually Sasha. The guy's name is actually Sasha Cycles, and let me zoom in on that, because this is freaking awesome. Sasha Cycles. Put us back here to this little doorway. And he's over there, he said we can use his tools. We need some Allen wrenches. We need a screwdriver. We need some bolts. He said help yourself. And after he got done, he'll give us a hand if we needed it. So let's get this bag on real quick. We fixed the bolt, got the bag back on, finished out Sturgis, no problem. On the way home, the bolt broke again. Luckily the bag fell right into the bed of the pickup truck and I was able to save it. We get back home. I have a little bit of frustration with this bike right now, but it's okay. I put it away into the shed. It still got broken bolts on it. It still has brackets I have to go off. There still has brackets I have to put on. But it's okay. I have a brand new 21 Honda CBR 1000 that I haven't ridden it for the last 2 weeks, and I could not get the weight to get back on it. So for the next 2 weeks, I rode the Honda CBR exclusively. This was my everyday bike as I continued to make videos because of the extra cameras this bike had. But I could not forget about my Sturgis experience. This was the best time I've ever had on a motorcycle, and it was on this Victory Hammer. Oh man, I wanted to share this experience with my wife, but I knew I couldn't do it on this bike. I knew that I could not have these same problems with her with me. Enters the 2022 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limited. Her name is Poetry. From September 4th all the way through the rest of the season, I rode this bike exclusively. And if you see the mileage, you can tell that the Victory Hammer still got the most miles for 2022, but more than 2,000 of that was done in Sturgis. So then Free and I decided, let's go a little bit farther. So we made big plans for 2023. We're going to do Ohio Bike Week. followed by Laconia Bike Week. We're going to follow that one up with the Great American Convoy with Adam Sandoval. We also plan to go to Milwaukee for the Harley-Davidson Homecoming. After that, we'd go to Ontario, Canada for Friday the 13th in Port Dover. We'd also do our Iron Butt Challenge. That's 1K in a day. And we finished out the year with Ohio's Tail of the Dragon. This was a record high season for me. I've almost put 12,000 miles between all 3 bikes. But when you break it down and you look at each one individually, it's a bit lopsided. So when I look back, the last time I rode the bike was in Sturgis, August 13, 2022. This was in the Badlands. This was the best ride I've ever had in my life. This is the most scenic ride that I've ever experienced. And when we returned home, the bike went from the trailer to the shed and has not returned to the road since. So when I'm asked, is the love gone? Like I said, that's difficult for me to answer. What do you think? Anyone out there with 2 or more bikes? Do you experience the same problem? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you. See you on the next ride. It all started in 2021 when I bought my first Suzuki Katana 600. The Suzuki Katana 600 was traded in for a Honda CBR 1000. The CBR 1000 was traded in for a Yamaha Warrior. The Yamaha Warrior was traded in for the Victory Hammer. I added on the Honda CBR 1000, kept the CBR 1000, and got a Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limited.